What does your Venus sign say about how you love based on its element? You may have heard a thing or two about Scorpio being a harsh placement for Venus because Scorpio is ruled by Mars, the planet of war, while Venus is the planet of love. Venus is about unions and receptivity, while Mars, Scorpio's ruler, is about separations and independence. So does this mean that the Venus Scorpio doesn't know how to love? No, but it means that you are opaque, filled with mystery, and an over-defended privacy. Scorpio Venus is like a river or water in a drain pipe being pulled by gravity in a singular direction towards a basin or an ocean. It has a stubborn, fated motion that resists redirection. To love someone is to invite someone to move you, shape you, change you in some way. But the river flows in one stubborn direction. There was likely a canon life event that made them rely on themselves, and now they have to learn how to actually ask for things. There's something ascetic about a Scorpio Venus. They renounce gratification. They separate from what they desire. They don't like being full. It slows them down. They prefer a little bit of hunger. If they didn't hold back, you'd be in a cage. They want to play with possession and captivity because gravity pulls them into that vast mouth of water. They come across as a master, but only because they are the fated servant. Love is a divine madness. It's bittersweet. It doesn't want to serve the wrong master. Love is a labor. Mars is physical. It initiates labor. It doesn't even feel like a choice. It feels like a sin, like something took you over without your consent. Are love and war so different, and is it worth it to find out? It might feel like jumping off the edge of a cliff, piercing through the water and continuing to sink for eternity. Pisces Venus is a happy baby, not searching for, but in the flow of love. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, an expansive, big planet. It's thick with glory, generosity. Pisces Venus walks with a gentle freedom that others try to force, to prove. Jupiter is optimistic. It's the planet of faith. Pisces has a broad, intelligent nature that doesn't try to find love amid the rubble, but sees the luscious ground as the love that holds the rubble. God is your crush, and God is not a result. God is a process. So Pisces makes itself as light as a feather so as to not disturb the unfolding. It doesn't want to get in the way of beauty taking shape. This is the Venus of the effortless shaman. People who feel tethered, threaded to something larger than themselves, who are so open to being surprised by magic and wonder. And this makes them quite talented, able to pull inspiration from something seemingly unseen but so deeply felt. They are intact, wealthy with trust, and yet also somehow the threshold that lets more and more in, that lets you in, that receives you, that gives you permission. They have an innocence. You'll see it in their eyes. They'll see the same thing over and over again for the first time. Pisces is the ocean. Cancer is a still, calm-seeming but deep and dangerous lake encased by land. The mature queen whose shape is clear. She is boundaried, guarded, powerful yet benevolent. Cancer is embedded in its own subjectivity and has a hard time letting go and pulls you into its home. There is a kind of rigidity, a strong sense of knowing and wanting to know and pull the truth out of you. There's an equal yearning for the infinite vulnerability and impenetrable proof of love, you see, because love means two things. Love is the unseen tangle with God, but love is also a concept, and we build our lives to show it. So Cancer needs the verification. Cancer belongs to the moon, and the moon shines in the dark, so she sees all the things that we don't see. Cancer is used to having privileged information. So Cancer may trespass even against itself to find out what lays in the darkness. Once you plunge into Cancer's lake water, you are no longer entitled to privacy. You've made a psychic commitment. Things are in the dark because they're not meant to be seen, not meant to be revealed, and I don't mean in an unvirtuous, deceptive way. Some aspects of human nature destroy our concept of what love should be. They embody a love that's the size of the universe itself, and yet their skin is thin. They embed themselves into the unknown without ceding power and walk away with many injuries. Their big hearts are divas who need good managers. They stake their identity on their emotional generosity, which can backfire when there isn't a return on their investment. Lunar people are moody and sensitive. Take it from a lunar person.